It's nice here, isn't it? You try not to be too cozy.
I'm trying not to be on the squeaky part of the couch.
Oh, listen, it's happened a few times now with customers when they sit down and they're like...
They fall into it, do they?
Yeah,
they sit in and they go...
and you're like, is that you or the couch? You're just going to act normal.
I could imagine if you sat on this in a skirt now, you'd be like...
Oh, listen.
What way will I go here?
What way do you sit down?
But anyway, so everybody, I'd like you to welcome back Nadia from Ashford Motors here. She's been a star and decided to come on. It's actually Christmas Day. That's when I'm putting this video out.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Hope Santa was good to you all and you all got what you wanted.
We hope you bought a Christmas tree from what's that?
Oh, ChristmasCity.ie.
Yeah.
So we launched ChristmasCity.ie a couple of weeks ago and it's flying. So hopefully you got a tree from us. If you didn't, there's always next year. I'm not gonna go mad over that just yet.
No, not just yet. Sorry.
Yeah. And with this now, it doesn't matter how close I am, does it? Like here's okay.
No, that's grand.
I'm getting used to this.
The closer you keep it, the better it'll feel. Because I was just trying not to fuck with the levels too much. Sorry, I'm going across here again. But,
that's okay.
Yeah, but I asked Nadia to come back on because the first episode went so well, and plus you've been on some journey since we were last talking.
Yeah, like it's just been madness. It really has. You know, since we were last talking, I think that's when I saw RTE, the show. I think we just started filming when I was doing the podcast with you. It was only a few weeks later we were filming, and since that, it's just been a whirlwind of media and radio. And I was on with Jennifer Zambarelli on RT2, and then I was on with two Johnnies. Why are you laughing at me? The two Johnnies, great crack, and just the papers. A few run in with the tabloids, which has just been mental.
Yeah.
So I had my taste of the tabloids, and I think Cheryl Cole puts it very well because she said at some stage, and I can't do the accent because he's a laugh me away, but at some stage you get to a point where you can't go to the shop in your pajamas anymore, and that is exactly how I feel. I can't go to the shops in my pajamas anymore.
You're a big deal now. See, that's the problem.
You see,
once you become a big deal now, that's it. You can go nowhere. Like,
yeah.
So I had to go through 3 stages of security coming in the door. There, I was patted down twice. Yeah, and that was Joanne on the second time. She was coming back for another go. So
Joanne's just sussing you out to see how good looking you are if you're allowed in here.
Don't know about that.
And she goes, 10 out of 10. Let him in.
Oh, stop! No, definitely wasn't. I made sure I smelled nice. That was the main thing.
You smell lovely, and you brought the truck down as well.
Yeah, I came down because business waits for nobody, and as Nadia now, she's here on a Sunday as well. I'm outside in the lorry on a Sunday, and we'll do a bit of content with that now as well.
I think you realise yourself, like when you're working for yourself, like the weekends don't really count as weekends, and if you can do something extra on a Saturday and a Sunday that will actually aid you for the week.
That will pay you, yeah.
And pay you.
Yeah.
Like for example, last night I was collecting 2 cars in Dublin at 9 o'clock because it's the only time I could do it, and for me, no traffic. Like I would hate to be sitting in traffic for 2 hours to go collect 2 cars. So
don't remind me, Nadia.
I would rather do it on a Sunday night or a Saturday night.
Yeah.
And when I rocked up to the customers, they were getting ready to go out for Christmas parties, and they were like, "Are you not going out tonight?" I said, "No, listen, I'd rather do this now than do it on a Monday afternoon because I'm not sitting on the M50 for 2 hours."
Are you big? Like, would you go out much? Like, do you enjoy the social life?
Yeah, absolutely, and I did that for a lot of years. But I'm a very, I'll either go really, really mad or I'll be really, really good. I can't do the glass of wine every night. It's not worth it for me to even have a bit of a head the next day because I just feel like crap.
That's
so
why
I will go on a mad one, but I need 3 days to be then off and not have. But it's just been so busy, I haven't had a chance. But I'm raring to go out for a mad one. I really am.
The last time I was here, I came down here, I was hanging.
You were hanging, yeah. I remember I was on to you on the phone the day before. You were like, "Hello."
Yeah, that was a bad decision. So I said I wouldn't do that again anyway.
No, well, listen, I thought I was going to go out last night, but as I said, I ended up collecting the 2 cars. But look, it's great because it just means they're here now. I have them for Monday. They go into the valeter. They get the photos taken up. And for me, the most important thing is how quickly does a car come in and how quickly does it go up online.
Yeah.
If a car is sitting there for 2 weeks, it's doing nothing for me. I'm making no money. So how can you get that car in and up online? Prep it, valet it, take photos, wait till you have a good day with a bit of weather, because I tell you, if you have a few crappy days, you can't get the cars up.
And I meant to ask you, how the hell are you anyway? How's things? Because we're jumping straight into it. And I said, I may ask you how you are first.
Oh, but sure, it's like chatting to someone, you know, a friend. So we're just chatting. No, I'm great. Look, again, it's been madness. So I haven't even had a chance to really step back and think about it. But every week presents different opportunities.
Yeah.
And I just feel I have to keep going with it every week, because if I take a step back, am I, you want to keep your foot on the pedal, I suppose. And the thing is, I'm really seeing everything translate to business now, which is great, because at the beginning you're doing everything, you don't know, will this actually translate to sales, real sales? And it is. We are selling so many cars. I've customers coming up going, saw you on TV, heard you on the radio, will you buy my car? I have high-end cars, customers with Ferraris, Porsches, X5s, high-end stuff ringing me now to sell their cars for them, to buy it off them. Whereas before they might go to other garages but they see us now as having the best platform in the country.
Yeah.
We have all the eyes on us at the moment. It's what we use.
You've doubled your credibility big time in the past couple of months, haven't you? Especially since the first podcast anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think so. I think so.
And how are you coping with the new social media fame and stuff? Like it gets to the point now where you're now out in real life and people are asking you for pictures and all
selfies, and even last night when I collected a car off a lady, she had said to me, my son is 16, he loves cars and he's a huge fan and he's going to be going mental that you're here and he's not here, and she was going to get a couple of photos off you to send him because he'll just be going mad. And I'm getting more and more of that, and it's brilliant. I'm loving it, but I suppose the penny dropped for me when I was in Dundrum a couple of weeks ago. It was just after the show and I was sitting there literally staring into space. And I was tired. I just got my takeaway, and then a couple walked up to me and they said, "Hi Nadia, how are you?" And I was like, "Where do I know these people?" Do you ever get that feeling? Where do I know these people from? Crap! Oh God, don't be rude. Where do I know them from? And then I realised I didn't know them from anywhere, and they knew me from social media. And that's when the first time the penny dropped.
It's mad when people come up to you and they know you they know, and you're just there like
The funny side.
And you're
of it
trying
is,
to not look confused to these.
You're trying to be like, I know, And then the funny sides of it is the younger lads, the groups of lads going, "Any guesses? Nadia, any guesses?" That's the other side of the crack, is young lads going, "Any guesses?" or whatever. And it's become a thing, any guesses.
Yeah.
You're like, I never thought that would be a thing.
What all started out as a joke is now world famous.
Yeah, it's my brand. That's my brand. Any guesses? But no, look, I'm learning.
Coming to a shop near you. Any guesses? Clothing line.
Merch is coming out next week. We're just finishing off our designs this week now, and we're going to have Any Guesses merch. Socks.
Remember, you were telling me that you live here. Basically, you're going to be living here twice now. Once you get that in, it'll fly out the door.
I have to sell all the socks now to keep the lights on for sure. But the socks are a massive demand. I'm hoping men and women will buy the socks and not just men.
No, not dirty socks now. Not what we were talking about the last time.
Stiff socks, but just wearable socks. But no, listen, it's going well, and I've learned a lot about myself. At the beginning, I think I was a bit nervous. I didn't know what way it was going to go. I didn't know how it was going to be portrayed on the RTE show.
That's why I was trying to give you a few tips the last time when we were here. Yeah, how to deal with it. Yeah, because it's
everyone was kind of like, listen, they're not going to show you how it comes out, so you really don't know how.
You've no idea until it's live on the television.
Yeah, and I was kind of going, I hope they paint me as my true picture of running a good business, and yes, a bit of tongue-in-cheek marketing, but the business is solid and the business is there, and we've proved ourselves, and there's been years of putting the work behind that, and people don't see that. They just try and pick one thing and go, "Oh, you're doing this, it's wrong." But I have to say, I was absolutely delighted with it, and even after the show, I had a load of main dealers ring me and say, "Fair play to you, look great."
Yeah, no, it did. It came out really well in the end. Fair play to you.
Thanks. And the other thing as well, I had to carry the scenes on my own, which I was really kind of nervous.
Did they just drop a cameraman outside and then they were like, go?
They were just 3 days they spent, and they came. It was just the director kind of so he would be asking me questions and I would be talking to him, and they'd be filming the responses and then putting it all together. And that's it. They just followed me for 3 days, and there's loads of stuff that didn't make the cut, loads of stuff. And
we had loads of good stuff when I done my documentary with them, and it just half it didn't even make it in.
Half it didn't make it, and I was going to go, which bit is going to make it? And even the Any Guesses bit, I was like, are they just going to focus on that and that's all we're about?
Yeah.
But they didn't. They gave me a fair shot, and they showed 3 of my videos, which you cannot pay for that type of advertising. A lot of people don't realise, this is all advertising. This is all to put the name out there.
10 grand a second. That's what a television ad adjusted.
That's how much. Even the papers, I got a 2-page spread in the Sunday World, and it cost 40 grand to get that.
Mental,
for
isn't
free.
It? Yeah, it's mental. And people will put thousands and thousands trying to get their business to be seen.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of people don't realise, especially with garages and stuff like that now, their business is social media now. Yeah. It's you have to be on there and you have to have a character.
Yeah.
But a lot of people are trying to replicate what you have managed to do.
Yeah. I think we were, sorry to cut across you, I think we were lucky that we got there quickly. Yes, there's been other garages who have been on Instagram before us, but in every industry, if you're too comfortable, there will be a younger, better version that will come in and swoop you off your feet.
Oh, absolutely.
We've seen
Yeah.
it happen with Netflix and Amazon in a world of DVDs and Blu-rays, because they thought that it was always going to be like that. So when that happens, is these old dinosaurs, they're comfortable, they do what they do, they've built their little fan base, and then someone like me comes in, sweeps in, changes the game around, and I keep changing, and then it's very difficult to kind of catch up to that. So, you know, you're seeing more and more garages have a better presence, and that's great, because that's the way it's going.
Yeah,
we
the
all
bet-
have to go online.
The best form of progression is disruption. Did you ever hear that saying?
Oh yeah, big time.
I heard that before, and then
Yeah.
ever since I heard it, I was like, oh yeah.
It's true though,
Yeah.
you know, and that's exactly like what I'm doing is like, and I suppose like I've now got the confidence, which maybe I didn't have 6 months ago, because I was starting out and I was like, am I doing this right? Is this wrong? And then you actually grow your bit of confidence in yourself, and you're like, no, actually what I'm doing is right, and I am rattling cages. And there is a couple of specific dealerships I'm really rattling.
Yeah.
But again, that is life. And if you don't step up to it, you're going to be knocked off very quickly.
Absolutely. And do you, like, ever since you started social media, do you feel like it's changed you in any way? Or do you feel like, do you get that, the way I describe it is a brain itch? Do you ever get, like, your thoughts are itching at the end of the day after looking at social media for so long?
Honestly, not anymore. Like, for example, the only thing that might upset me is if it's very something specific. Like I'll give you an example. So somebody had made a comment on one of my my videos saying that they thought I was unprofessional. It was a TikTok video of me dancing, you know, Mattress Mix song.
Yeah.
Do my head you know. And that's me having a bit of crack. It's Friday, whatever. I was going for a TikTok video, and alas, it worked. I got 70,000 views on it. Great, do you know what I mean? And it's not easy to get good views on TikTok at the moment. There is something with the algorithm where it's slowing your views down.
Yeah.
So you need to be different. You need to have a bit of fun. It's not a board meeting on TikTok.
No.
I'm not going into my account to sit down to have a big meeting. That's serious, Nadia.
That's Instagram. That's
fine.
yeah.
That's Instagram. That's YouTube, the stuff you do,
Yeah.
you know, a bit more, you know, professional, or a bit more, you know, this is, but TikTok is literally like just having the fun and it not boring. But I'd actually, a couple of weeks before that, I'd booked a table it was actually earlier that day or something. I'd booked a table at this restaurant. We were going to do a charity run and go through this particular town, and we're going to bring down a load of supercars. And I wanted to book a table at this restaurant because it was on the way.
Right.
Funnily enough, a few hours later that day, somebody had commented on that TikTok video to say, Nadia, you're really unprofessional. I wouldn't buy a car off you. And I didn't even see the comment. One of the lads, social media lads, saw it, and he got on to me and he goes, oh, this lad's after saying this. Guess what? He's the manager of that restaurant we were booking into.
Wow.
Right? So I was like, okay, so if he doesn't think I'm professional, I'm not going to bring my business down. And I was bringing 20 people out for a Christmas kind of thing. And like, when I bring people out, I splash the cash. Like, you know, would have been great business for them.
Starters, main course, and dessert. Like,
and
no
desserts
messing.
and drinks, no messing. We were going to have a crew there. We were going to have supercars there. We were going to have a special kind of celeb there. Like, it was going to be a big thing.
Yeah.
And so
would have been great exposure for that restaurant.
100%. So, but then what happened was when your man realised I was booked in, he took his name off the Instagram. But that's the thing with Instagram, it is more accountable than TikTok.
Yeah, you can't hide behind it. Yeah. That's what I try with TikTok. The only reason I use TikTok now is literally just to create the content, and then I straight onto Instagram. I gave up at TikTok. I told you before, I can't do it. Like, I can't do it. Fair play. That's why I say fair play to you, because it's tough.
You have to get through the initial abuse a little bit, because there's going to be a bit of that. But once you get through that, then it's actually fine. And you have to have the courage to get through that, and the courage to deal with it, and not just delete and block like some garages do. If they get a bad comment, they just block, delete. That's very easy to do, but you won't grow that way. If you show your true personality, if you stand up to people, but not in a negative, aggressive, defensive way, you don't abuse people back, but you do it clever, smart, you make them look like an idiot, then you actually gain people who want to be on your side.
Exactly, yeah.
Because there are people watching you, and they might have not made their mind up about you. They're watching you for a while.
They're waiting for the last judgment, like, they're waiting for
the last judgment, and then eventually you've got all these supporters that I didn't even know I'd have, and now I have like a gang of supporters that always come on and support, and if somebody says something they'll jump on. But this is mad. I didn't know anything about this the last time I was sitting.
Yeah,
it's just unfolding.
It's you realise that it's really a community, like, you know what I mean. Whereas before there used to be the Scouts Club down the road. Now it's like you follow a person, and if you follow them the whole way, or you believe in what they're doing, you're with them, like.
Yeah, it's like the Freemasons.
That's why I'm trying. Yeah, that's it. That's why I'm trying.
The Ashford Masons.
That's why I'm trying to get you to do the YouTube vlogs, because
you're so right. I
YouTube,
know.
like anyone that watches your YouTube is invested, invested big time, and you never know. Nadia might start a vlog channel very soon. I've been trying to
some
twist
help,
it.
Ian. You see, you're so busy as well with what you're doing, but I would love a bit of help with the YouTube, because
I'll help
the
you.
YouTube
Don't worry.
is slacking completely, because I put a lot of time and effort into TikTok and Instagram.
But look, you have to keep it going with what works as well,
and the day-to-day job, like, you know, trying to buy and sell cars and make a living, you know.
And how's the market going at the minute for cars? Like, is it still busy as it was a couple of months ago, or how's it going?
It's not as busy as it was, but weird and wonderful things are still selling, and we're still doing very well, thank God. And I think it was because of the media and stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely.
People are now coming to us because they we're a trusted brand now, and we just got SIMI. We got SIMI. I think
congratulations.
We were chatting the last time.
Yeah,
which is great.
I remember you were telling me you were going for it, and she was very stressed behind the camera. She
I
didn't look it, but
very
she was.
I was so stressed because I really wanted it, and like, you know, I really believe in my business and put a lot of work into it.
Even though like it doesn't like define you, it's just like it's approval to the public near enough. Like, that's what it looks like from the outside. Like,
that we can be different. You know, we're kind of like the different kids in the school. You know, we kind of do things our own way. We sing to our own hymn sheet.
Exactly.
But there's a lot of good in that as well, because it means you don't have to conform to the norm. And I'm not the norm in any way. And I love people around me who aren't the norm. Yourself as well, you're different. You're trying to bring a different spin to the truck world.
Yeah.
None of us are normal, but that's what makes it brilliant. You can't make good content or be successful if you are normal. You have to be different.
If you're,
you have to have a bit of madness in you.
If you're a tiny bit like, just like, hello, this is the vehicle here. It has tax and insurance. It's 5 o'clock. I better go home. It's time to finish work. You can't do that. You have to, and you have to have the grit as well to do it. After hours, Nadia does be here 16 hours a day someday. Next time she'll be down the country picking up cars left, right and centre. You can't. It's not a 9 to 5 thing. This creative thing.
Oh, absolutely not. And as I said, like, you have to have a bit of madness in you. Like, it's.
But do you stand behind yourself now and go and think to yourself that you're a creator? Like, do you realise what you're doing as well? Like, you know that you're one of us.
But you know what I mean? I didn't know that. Yeah, I was just doing what I love doing and trying to do things differently. And
but you have to think it's art, like it is. It's a form of art of what you're doing. Now, obviously, there's a business behind the whole thing, but you're creating content, and as we were looking at earlier on, all the movies and everything that you've done in the past, like, you're creators, like.
And
so you're in a few different businesses now.
Yeah, and look, again, maybe we didn't really know this is the way it would go. We were just trying to, like, do something different. We had a great video guy behind us who I really got on very well with, and we brought the ideas to life. And it's not just going out reviewing cars, but it's making movies. We've airplanes in our movies.
Yeah, like, it's different gravy, like
mad stuff going on, music, and and that's what we're trying to do. So yeah, absolutely, it's it's crazy.
And are you happy so far with what has come out this year?
Oh, I can't be any happier. Like, in 6 months, like, I think the last time we sat down was the summer, was it?
Just tail end of summer, yeah.
So if you think about it, in 6 months, RT program, loads of radio, loads of
newspaper,
media,
tabloids,
newspapers,
and then your own stuff as well, yeah.
My TikTok followers, I think, have gone up. We had 60,000 in the summer. We now have 105. So in a couple of months, gone up 40,000.
Yeah.
There's a couple of things I'm working on for next year. TV stuff I can't really talk about. Ooh. And UK stuff. Dare I say different things.
You'll take the Queen's pounds if they're going.
Oh, listen, I tell you, the conversion to sterling to euro is quite good. I think at the moment, is it? I haven't checked.
Is there an Ashford in the UK? Is there?
Oh, there is. There's an Ashford everywhere. That's why I think Ashford Motors work so well, because there is an Ashford in Kent or something. I don't know.
You weren't thinking old school when you first set up the name. That'd be the first one in the yellow pages.
Oh, listen, maybe I did. I was thinking the tree, because when I started taking photos of the cars, is at my house where I live, and there was this massive tree. You'll see it in the old photos. There's always this huge tree behind the car.
Yeah.
And it was like an Ashford. I don't think it was an Ashford tree, but it was a really strong tree. And lived in Ashford, and I just thought it was a really good name, a really strong name.
Yeah.
And
it's
better than going Nadia Motors. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, no, it's real authentic, the whole place.
Yeah, and like, do you know what? Like, that's kind of a bit of me as well. Like, I'm kind of half sexy, half country look. Like, that's how I dress. Like, I'd be wearing a blazer, but I might be in a nice dress or whatever. And it's kind of my brand. Like, you know, I've always liked to dress the way I dress, with like a nice blazer. As I said, blazers in every colour and size and shape or whatever, and I think it goes with my personal taste.
Yeah.
As well as
Wicklow. Suits it really well. Yeah.
Big fire, you know, big nice house, nice car,
yeah.
Range Rover, you know, Land
4x4, leaves on the ground, plenty of trees around. Yeah.
Chesterfield couches, crests. Do you know what I mean? I'm kind of bringing a mix to like the traditional.
You will fly in the UK.
Yeah.
You will fly in the UK.
A mix of Meghan Markle, I've been called, and Maya Jama.
Oh, they are now.
Do you know Maya? Yeah. She's the presenter.
Oh, I know her.
Yeah, she's half Somalian as well.
Yeah, I know. Like I only heard that on the Hard Chats lads. Yeah. By the way, I should address this actually very quickly, because in the first episode we recorded, right?
Yes.
10 minutes of the first part of the podcast didn't record properly, so I didn't get Nadia's full introduction into the motor trade. If you want to get that whole story, head over to the lads podcast, Hard Chats and Hard Hats. I'll leave their little link below, and I'll no problem sharing the love around, but me and Nadia aren't going to cover that again because we've already covered it before. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's you better get a better insight on that side than you would here.
Yeah,
we just love just chatting shy.
Yeah, listen,
well, I do anyway, not you.
Do you know what? It's different. It's different things, isn't it? It's like you're different. You have a huge community with truckers and stuff like that. So it's just all different views and stuff,
exactly.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily never started out to do it just for truckers. I kind of just wanted something in Ireland that you could watch. Like same with like you came in, and now everyone knows you for these lovely cars and the lovely brand that you're after building. I just wanted to make something for people in Ireland to watch. Never mind just being about trucks. I try and do stuff with cars, but it's like when you do that stuff on YouTube. If I do cars, no one cares.
Like, no one cares. I know, and I suppose that's why it's great having the TikTok, because it kind of balances it a bit.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
because you're getting kind of, if I'm getting nowhere on YouTube, I'm like, I'll go to TikTok and do it. Any guesses, and I'll get 100,000 views. But it counterbalances it.
It kind of suits it though as well, like with the TikTok, because people only want to look at cars for a brief period of time. If you wanted to invest time in YouTube, you know yourself, it takes a couple of days to put it together, video and stuff like that. You know yourself. You buy a car today, it's up online that night, and it's gone probably within a couple of days. So it suits it well, like you know.
And I think people who go onto YouTube for car reviews, that they're really like thinking about buying that car.
Yeah.
And they just want to know everything about it.
Yeah.
They want to know what the good things are, the bad things are, do they have issues, you know, what speed they go, and like just see different reviews. And I'm not really a reviewy person. That's why my car videos are a bit different, because I'm not bothered to do something that's been done a million times before. You can't compete with how many. It's so saturated, that market of,
and it's all the same.
Look what I have into stock today. Hi guys, I have this car and it's got 400 brake horse and it's like, that's just boring.
Yeah.
Come up with something a bit different. Like have an airplane in your video. Put a bit of money into it.
Yeah.
If you can't be confident to actually spend a little bit of money, because it's not going to be free, obviously, you know, and actually puts a bit of thought and creativity. And I suppose the only people who do that are people who own the business and own the brand. Car salesperson who works for a big dealership is not going to be bothered. No. Why would they? Why would you go the extra mile? Yeah, why would you?
Usually it always gets shot down as well, especially like, because I worked in the car trade, as I told you before. You come up with any brainwaves, Jesus, where do we get this lad from? Like, you know,
work out well.
No, not at all.
You have to play by the.
I remember when I was working for a company there, when I was selling cars, they didn't want to do Instagram at all. They said no. I was saying, we'll put them up on Instagram. No, don't want to do that. No. Cars down, done deal. That's it.
They would have loved that now.
If they had seen that before, like, do you know what I mean? And now they're trying real hard on Instagram. They're getting 3 or 4 likes on it, like I said.
100%. Every second garage I've seen now is putting up, looking for a content creator, looking for a videographer, looking for somebody to create content. That is what they're looking for now, as like a real thing. Like,
It's like what we do is a profession. Like, you know, outside of you own your own business and selling your own cars, it's a profession just to get someone to do content. Because it's very hard to get a car salesman that has never been around the camera in his life. Here, stand in front of that camera there and go. And they're like, huh?
Yeah. And even me at the beginning, like, it was all a little bit not staged. Oh, that sounds like one of the M5s getting started.
We'll see them now shortly.
Part 2. We're gonna look at 2 M5s.
We're gonna take a break in a couple of minutes, and then we're gonna reset up outside somewhere else. But keep on watching for this now. Anyway, if you're only listening to this, I'd recommend going and watching the YouTube video, because it'll all be up on YouTube on the main. I'm gonna put it on the main channel as well, not the second channel, because Christmas and all that. You know what I mean?
Exactly. It's Christmas Day. It's like the royal family Christmas special. We have to do something a bit different.
So imagine this: you're on your brisk walk after your turkey dinner, full to the brim, probably a couple of farts coming out. We'll say nothing, right?
We'll allow that on Christmas Day.
Yeah, exactly. Just before you're about to start drinking, and we're going to take a little pause now. And then we're going to go outside. We're going to look at all these beautiful cars Nadia has in stock, and some that she's trying to sell. So we'll
absolutely.
we'll
and in fairness, since the last time you visited, like all the stock has kind of changed.
It's gone. Yeah,
it's gone.
There's nothing I recognised outside. Like
there's nothing, and I've 2 new cars that I've bought for myself as kind of a collection. So like. Delighted to show you them.
Yeah, I remember when she sent me a picture straight away on WhatsApp, and I was in work, and
you said you had as a little boy as a poster.
Poster is right.
And you had the Pamela Anderson poster beside that probably.
No, she was it would have been Jennifer Zamparelli when she was there. Her husband's gonna be like, who is this fella?
I know, and his Italian accent.
Oh, stop it now, yeah.
He's lovely, and Jennifer's lovely as well. In fairness, she's sound like
She's real up your street, isn't she? Like the two of you would mingle well together. I heard the radio, the interview. It was brilliant. Like
she was brilliant. Did you hear the two Johnnies?
No, I didn't hear that one. No,
that one. Yeah,
I was busy there. What was it like talking to 2 lads from the country? Did you just go, what's going on here now?
So the first thing I said when I sat down, I said, Jesus lads, I'm not used to seeing 2 tits in front of me. And they were like, wow, we're getting into it, are we? We're getting. I said, yeah, we're getting into it. So I think they were more impressed with me, because I had the Red Bull. It was 4 p.m. I forgot we were on the 4 p.m. show. I thought we were on the Adrian Kennedy show, because I was just mouthing off, and it was great crack. But they're different. They're more like they're earthy farmers, But they're like yourself.
No, I like them.
Lovely.
They're gas. I like what they do.
They're funny lads, and they're doing well. And again, they're doing their own thing, and
exactly,
it's just about finding.
And you never know, that could be you having a radio show. You're not far away.
Oh God, I don't know now. See, that's the problem. See, if I have to work for anyone else, will they censor me? That's the problem.
Yeah, we'll get onto this in the second half, right?
It's freezing. We'll all pretend we're not cold.
No, I know. Yeah. Part 2. So we moved out here to the refrigerator.
I've got some slabs of meat in the back there.
I'm telling you, now you might as well be.
This is Ashford Butchers. We've got the slabs of meat in the
back. We're keeping them, as you can see, crystal blue here. Now they're lovely and cool. Now we decided to move out here because it's very, very rare that you get 2 M5s, especially 2 of the, I would say, most iconic M5s. The E39, which is definitely the best looking M5 that has ever been made, and then the E60 V10. So like, how did you stumble across? Because I remember the day you bought this. You sent this picture to me on WhatsApp.
I think it was the day I sent it to you straight away that day.
It was literally only a week, I think, after we recorded the last time.
You were like, I remember when I was a little boy and I had the poster in my bedroom.
Fido, and many years ago.
I know. Like, I just feel like I feel very lucky to be able to have these 2 cars, because they're not making this type of stuff ever again. The E39 manual, the E39 has just been brought into the Heritage BMW collection, so that's a huge investment.
Just gone, nearly 22 years old? Wow.
Nearly 4 litre petrol.
That is in some nick, like. You can't probably see it on the camera, like, but I showed everyone around in the vlog there, but it's like mint.
And it really is the car that I would now take out at the weekend. Like, I have every pick a car. Even when I had the Lamborghini for sale, I wouldn't even drive the Lamborghini around because you couldn't go anywhere in it. Whereas that, you can actually get into it on a Saturday morning, take for a proper spin, enjoy it, drive around places. And people actually have a lot of respect for you on the road.
That's what I was going to say to you. Yeah. You really get the nod in that.
Yeah,
like,
you get the nod.
You have to know what it is to appreciate it.
They don't think you're like, you know, a wanker. Like, do you know what I mean? They're like, oh, fair play to you type of thing. Whereas if you rocked up in a Lambo, you'd just be
when you had that Lambo, like, would you be afraid someone would care or anything like that? Like, or just like, you know the way Ireland is. Ireland just, you can't have anything that nice.
You can't have anything nice, you know. Absolutely. Like, if I wouldn't leave it, I'd have to plan. That was the problem. I'd be planning ahead. I'd know where I have to park. Still, even when you come out, you have 5 people around the car sitting on the bonnet taking photos. So it is, unfortunately, it's not really the car for Ireland. Unless you have 4 or 5 cars and it's your 5th car, you have it locked up and you go for a nice burn at the weekends.
Yeah,
That's
exactly,
it,
and you usually don't stop. People like that who have them kind of cars don't stop. They stop for a coffee and they're sitting looking at the car with 5 of their friends that have Ferraris and Lamborghinis to go along with them.
100%, and, go to the runs like Cannonball and stuff like that.
That was a question I was going to ask you.
Oh, go on.
Are we doing it now? Are you doing it?
No, listen, to be honest with you, I've been asked to do
cannot
that
afford.
many things. I can't afford it. I have to run the E60 and E39. No, honestly, the last time Cannonball was on, I was planning to do it, but I had a really important viewing that day that I had to be there for.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Like, as much as I'd love to do everything, I can't because I have to be here. But I will make a massive effort to do it next year. I just hope I have.
Because you're big time, did you not get an invitation from Cannonball?
Oh, yeah, I got an invitation.
That's why I like it. That's what I like to say.
I got an invitation from Cannonball. They wanted to give me my own stand, the whole lot. And, I probably see that happening next year again and more. It's funny, like maybe the groups
and you love dressing up, it'd be brilliant.
Of course I do. Should I be standing there all dressed up to the nines like I did at the tractor run? Do you know what I mean? People are just like, what is this one at?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I say everyone's like, when they see you rock in.
Listen, look, it's a bit different, I suppose. Look, I don't know. Maybe they're not used to seeing, like little brown princesses like myself bouncing around the place. Like, and then I talk and I'm like, how's it going? You know what I mean? It's just, it's madness. You know?
See, farmers are all in the Illuminati as well. They do.
The Illuminati. The Freemasons.
Yeah, it is.
The Irish Freemasons.
I'm surrounded by farmers and they tell you nothing.
Yeah.
They tell you nothing. Did they tell you anything?
I interviewed a few of them and I said, listen, right, what's the story?
This isn't a dig at farmers. I'm just
love
saying.
Farmers, But I was like, what's the story? Like, why don't you guys tell us about how many acres you have? And straight away they were like, I don't know what you're talking about there now. I don't have any acres. I
don't have any fields. What are you talking about?
Fields. I'm just walking on, like doing the sheep.
I just look after these fields. So they're not mine at all.
You wouldn't know.
They're like politicians, aren't they?
Oh, they're cute.
The money was just resting in my account.
Literally, and like the road frontage, the amount of road frontage we drove by in that track, it was just road frontage after road frontage. And listen, I'd love to get myself a farmer husband. Maybe that's what I need.
You can smell the wealth off a fellow with road frontage.
It depends, yeah, but then you have like the mean farmers that like wouldn't spend Christmas. Like you have to have a decent farmer that has a bit of land that isn't afraid to spend a bit of money as well.
New Land Cruiser every year, do you know what I mean?
Exactly, yeah, nice cotton jumpers and
we must put you on Finder. Is that what it is for farmers?
Is there a Tinder for farmers?
There is, but I don't know what it's called. I heard of it before. Maybe it's called Macra or something. Did you ever hear that? That's like a club. I swear to God. No, it is. I'm not joking. There's something. For lonely farmers out there, there is someone for you. Don't you worry.
Lonely hearts.
Yeah, I'm joking. There's plenty of lonely truckers out there too. Don't worry. I'm not. It sounds like I'm taking a dig at the farmers. I'm not at all.
What about the truckers as well? The truckers is like that's the new kind of group I'm getting into now. So I'm being asked a lot by like truckers now. Okay, when are you going to do a truck run? That's the next thing.
There's one outside here, Nadia.
There's one here now in a couple of weeks, and hopefully we'll.
Yeah, we'll do that before Christmas. That'd be nice.
Something. And so what's the story with truckers then? Like they
love you. They love you.
They?
Yeah, they love you. Yeah, I did that podcast and I've never got so much feedback on anything I've ever done other than that podcast. Remember I told you how many downloads and everything it did. It was amazing. Like
brilliant.
And everyone was saying, "Oh, jeez, we must get Nadia to come to one of the shows." And I was just, she'd be more than welcome down there.
Yeah, I'd love to. So, yeah. And then the biker guys will be next, and then there's such groups.
You learn right. We'll teach you how to drive a lorry. We'll teach you how to do a wheelie. I don't even know how to do a wheelie, so I'll probably put myself on my back. But we'll learn a few things.
You might put me on my back, all right, but that's not going to happen. Listen, it's Christmas Day.
Yeah, so relax.
We're allowed to have a bit of banter on
I wasn't expecting that. That caught me off guard.
Oh yeah, here we go.
So what's your plan?
You never know when you come down here, do you?
No,
You're like,
I don't know.
What's this?
Every time I come down here, it's just like
something mad going on. Christmas trees.
Yeah.
Running around. Sorry, go on.
What's the crack for Christmas? What's your plans? What are you doing?
Listen, I haven't even thought that far ahead, but it'll be
chestnuts roasting on an open fire, the whole lot.
Yeah, look, we love Christmas, love watching Royal Family, eating, like relaxing. But again, I've sold a car on Christmas Day before as well. I remember a couple of years ago. Listen, do you know what? If somebody was out to buy a car and do a deal on Christmas Day, I know you have to take a break and all that, but I tell you, I'd be straight out there selling a car on Christmas Day. Like if I can make a profit on Christmas Day when every other garage is closed in the country, I'll do it.
Fucking ho.
I'd be delighted. I'm going shopping now. Stephen's Day to the
you should go empty the sack down on Stephen's Day. And
yeah, exactly.
Woo!
But I tell you, and it's happened. So a few years ago, I got a call in the garage, and a guy said, you wouldn't be open today by any chance. And I said, well, what are you looking for? And he goes, oh, look, I'm at home with the family and I'm bored off my tits. He said, goes, I'd love to come out and look at a car. And he bought a car, like, because he was bored.
Yeah.
People get bored over Christmas.
That's what I was going to say. It's gas.
There's a real rush to buy a car and they don't even need it.
Yeah, it's the days that you're like, there's 365 days in the year. The one day you're closed, that's when business comes knocking, isn't it? It's always like.
Has a few bob. They're
and you'd only be in Egypt and say, I'll be in on Monday, and sure, he'd be gone to whoever else was open.
Exactly, and that's why we open on Sundays as well. I do my best deals on a Sundays. I've sold 3 or 4 cars Sunday afternoons, because some people like yourself, they're trucking maybe 6 days a week and they've only the Sunday to go and look at a car. So I'm sure
you wouldn't be going to mass these days, you know what I mean?
No, you wouldn't. And listen, that's why I do it by appointment. It's great. Like Monday might be quiet. That's why I don't get it. Why wouldn't you open on a Sunday and close on a Monday? Sure, Mondays
and Tuesdays are about dead, yeah.
They are. They're more so catching up on yourself and prepping cars.
Emails and bits and pieces,
emails and following up or whatever. Whereas, like, sales, maybe you'd get the odd person, but mostly people come in towards the end of the weekends,
Yeah. So, what's the crack for next year? Are you gonna not know me now next year? You're gonna be over. No. You're gonna be on everyone's television screen all over Europe.
Do that. Well, look, there's a few little things happening next year. I can't really talk about.
I'm delighted for you, by the way.
Thanks
Fair play to
you. I know. Thanks very much. No, I think, look, I'll always be me as well. Have the crack or whatever, and I'm very grateful for even your platform. Because that was a few months ago, and I just think we have to help each other out and just.
That's it, exactly.
That's it.
That's why I was delighted when you done the podcast. It was Nadia's first podcast, and that was been her Google click search ever since. It's and it was a great way to start off, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But and it's funny if you Google Ashford Motors, all the different things that come up with it now. It's like, who's the TikTok girl?
All the tabloid
Ashford
stuff
Motors.
And everything. Yeah,
it's mad. Like, it just it's brilliant, and we'll see how it goes. Obviously, the day to, as you said, I need the business because the business gives me the content. If I didn't buy and sell cars, I wouldn't have an amazing content to shoot about or have.
That's why no one would be interested in me if or anything I had to say if I didn't have the lorries or I didn't have the cars or the vans or whatever else I'm filming.
And the cars bring stories as well, because people always have a story when they're buying a car. Sometimes they're sad stories. Yeah. Sometimes they're happy stories.
Especially that car there has a massive story, doesn't it?
Massive story. It was a barn find. Unfortunately, the owner had passed away. It was sitting up for nearly 2 years. And you could tell by the car, by the garage it was in, that the owner was an amazing guy, because he had every tool perfectly aligned. The car was mint. Obviously, it needed a few bits like a battery.
Yeah, it'd been lying there for a while.
Change. But apart from
that you did yourself, I seen that on TikTok.
On TikTok.
Fair play to you.
Oil change. Well, look, I had a bit of help now. I can't take all the credit on that, but I will. But my mechanic was like, "Will you ever get out of here?" Like, now, even when I ring my body guy, I'm like, "I'm coming around, and we're gonna wear little things." And he's like, "Nadia, I can't be doing this." I'm like, come on, it'd be great crack for TikTok. Don't you want to be famous on TikTok?" And he's like, "No, I don't care." So that's getting the bonnet painted, because it just needs to be done. I know it doesn't look bad, but it will be like down there as well.
Oh, the splitter and everything,
So we're going to get all that done. That's the next bit that we're getting done.
It's still so fresh. We just drove it for Nadia's TikTok there, and it's literally 40,000 miles on it. It's fresh as a daisy.
40,000 miles, and it's got like a folder. If you saw the folder, like, it came from a main dealer in Dublin as well. So it's a very good example. Do you know what I mean? Like, where are you going to get it?
And it's for sale as well.
It's not. It's not, Ian. Don't
no, it's not for sale.
Here.
All right, sorry.
No, it's not for sale.
We'll edit that bit.
No, I keep saying it's for sale. No, look, again, I'd love to get an Aston Martin for Christmas. That's what I really want.
Yeah, you've been talking about it now for a while.
I've been talking about it for a while, so I'm hoping some things slide in together.
I hope to do for you.
You can't have everything. You have to jig things around to try keep going and keep improving.
Can't just be shaking hands and kissing babies. It has to, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you have to do a few deals. You have to do a few mad deals. So look, if it goes, it's going, because it's going to go towards my Aston Martin. Other than that, I'm keeping it.
So these are basically your private cars here?
Oh yeah, these aren't for sale. These are collection cars. They're investments. They're, like the E39, the E60, you're never going to get them again. No. Like, that's the last V10 in a saloon family car that you can get. Like,
exactly.
You will never get that again. You say goodbye. Say hello to electric cars, because that's all you're going to get.
Or hybrids. Imagine driving an M5 hybrid.
Listen, I know.
BMW should sound themselves if that's what comes about. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So, they're E39 again. I believe that's going to be worth more than the E60. 100%. Yeah. It already is,
Do you see even the 520s and 530s of them are going for insane money? Like,
crazy money.
And same with these. Jeez.
I know. You can't even bring one in, like, you know.
I was looking at bringing in
for
one of them.
less than 50, 60 grand,
No,
I think.
I was looking at even a 530 one of them.
Yeah.
It costs you €15,000 just in VRT and NOx to get it into the country. Like,
isn't it?
it's mental. Like,
I know. So that's why I'm like, well, look, if I sold it, what would I replace it with? I really don't know. Like, nothing. I have the i8 there as well, which is, that's my bit of hybrid, and doesn't cost much sitting there. That was Conor McGregor's i8, you know. My little run in with the tabloids and all that. That was great advertising. 2-page spread would cost 40 grand to get that type of advertising.
what did they say about you?
Exactly. Funny, right? So if you actually read the article, it was the tiniest little bit in it. So I wasn't lying. He asked me about, he goes, do you have any like cool cars that like have maybe a celeb attachment to it or something?
Yeah.
And I was honest, like, oh yeah, I have a Conor McGregor's car, and you know, it's true, I was in Vegas one night. I was playing roulette, as I do over there. And the thing about Vegas is you never know who you're sitting beside.
Yeah.
You could be sitting beside Tom Cruise, but it doesn't look like Tom Cruise because it just looks so normal, like, you know. Or you could be sitting beside the owner of CNN, CNBC, all these big...
I got a picture of O.J. Simpson the weekend he was released in Vegas.
Stop.
Swear to God.
Stop.
Me and my missus were walking out of the hotel.
Isn't Vegas mad?
Yeah, Vegas is mad seedy though, isn't it?
It can be, yeah.
We were walking through the hotel lobby. He was only literally just released, and I remember because the
Did you just run up to him or what?
I just walked up to him. I called him Juice because I was pissed drunk. Yeah, because you know everyone used to call him Juice.
Didn't, like, punch his
No, everyone used to call, because the documentary or a Netflix series only came out of him, and everyone in that was calling him Juice. So I called him Juice. I was pissed drunk, right?
Yeah, was that the one with Kardashian?
Yeah.
O.J. Simpson versus people or something like that.
Something like that, yeah, right. Yeah. And I said, can we get a picture? He says, yeah, man. He was mad cool and all. And then he says,
I'm just out of jail, man.
Let's get some selfies. He says to Sienna, he says, oh my, you look very pretty. I says, you were like yourself. You have a bad history of blonde women.
Oh, he must have loved that. Did he take it well?
He took it well, but I was gargled, so I didn't even remember. She told me the next day, you know, you told him that he doesn't have a good history of blonde women. I says,
oh my God, right. That could have ended up very bad. Very funny now. If you got that in camera, you would have got some serious hits off that.
Yeah, but oh my God.
If you had like a little body cam and then you got that now.
I'm sure he would have been wide to that now at this stage.
He would have. Jesus, yeah, Vegas
is a mad place,
mental. So yeah, long story short, I did have it sold to somebody over there and they're a mad UFC fan. You know, these Irish, they think they're like, I'm 1/10 Irish.
Yeah, are you Conor McGregor?
Mary from Kilkenny?
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, I do.
Conor McGregor's your auntie?
Yeah, exactly. I can't even do the accent. But yeah, and I had it sold for stupid money, had a deposit on it, the whole lot. And then what happened. Listen, call a spade a spade.
Is that when the incident in the pub happened with the outlet?
Exactly. And
right.
He gave me shit. He goes, listen, I'm not going to take the car.
It's mad how that affects stuff, isn't it?
It does. And I said, Grant, gave him his deposit back, and it was a hefty deposit. Of course, I would have made serious money on it. I would have made good money on it. But it was a little thing I said, and the reporter then went, that's grand, have all I need.
That's a headline, good luck.
Yeah, and that was the headline. But you know what? I realise now, you need those headlines. No one's going to read, oh, blah, 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 blah. They want something to drag in, but then the rest of the article was about the business.
You need that punch. So you know yourself with the way things
work.
Yeah, you do. I didn't tell that.
I know you did. Literally, that's what it was. The punchline, it's great. And in fairness, I don't I would envision that he would take that as a bit of crack. Like, I think, you know, Conor would know what the tabloids are like. Like, I don't think
he knows them at this stage.
He'd go, oh yeah, that was probably taken out of context.
Sure, you can't do. You know yourself. Once you get a bit of money in this country, you can't do anything without it being the worst thing in the world.
You're
you know,
this, you're that.
Sure, God knows what the outlet said to him. That's the way I look at it. Is I don't stand up for him or anything like that. But you know what I mean. He could have called him all sorts, and he's just having a bad day. You know yourself.
I know.
You know yourself with social media. Imagine being on his level and dealing with all that.
I know.
No,
it's
thanks.
crazy. It is crazy. I know. And we don't have a lot of big celebs coming out of Ireland, do we? Like, apart from
Hoseyard, actually down the road from me, but he's in Bray or something.
Is he?
I think so.
He's cool though. Like, he gets away with it because he's all like, he looks like anyone. Like, I probably wouldn't recognise him if you.
No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. Yeah, he just looks like any other young.
A bit,
like any other young fella going past on the skateboard. Sorry.
Exactly. I know.
Stop. But there's not. He's the only proper famous person from Ireland. Like, even Bono can't scratch him. Yeah.
Bono's cool.
Bono needs to lie down.
Bono's cool. And then Sinead, we all love Sinead. You know, God love her. Like, she's great.
That headbanger.
I know. And who else?
I'm going to be done for this.
You're definitely going to be done. I'm not here. I'm saying
cut.
nothing.
Yeah, cut.
Yeah, we both learned our lessons. But no, exactly. So that's the crack anyway. And yeah, so any crack with you for Christmas or anything?
No crack.
Just relax, basically. Get the few days off.
Well, try anyway. You know yourself,
See, Christmas can actually be really good for car sales. Last year,
it's really good for everything related to it. Like,
yeah.
you know, like even with me in the media, like this time of year pays really well.
Yeah.
So like, go mad around this time of the year.
Exactly. A lot of people get a rush of blood to the head around Christmas time.
Yeah.
I want that car. You know what? I got the bonus. I'm gonna get it.
Yeah, 2 glasses of whiskey deep. Yeah. You can have that car, no problem. I'll be with you shortly.
I know, and then everyone's depressed then in January. But then like it's mad, like December, then January, then the summer's on. I can't wait for
this year flew in though, didn't it? It felt like we were only talking 3 weeks ago. Like
I know, and it was what nearly 6 months ago.
Near enough 6 months ago. Yeah, it was end of July we were filming that last one.
Yeah. I think it's just because so much has been happening for the both of us. In the
yeah,
last
you especially. Now, fair play to you. I'm delighted for you. It's gas where we start out now. We are now.
It's so much. Even the content and stuff. Even yourself. I know one lad was messaging me there going, "Get Ian to talk about Holland." Like it was the video.
Yeah.
It was absolutely brilliant. Blah,
people,
blah, blah.
I put up the thing about the questions, and they were all asking me questions. I said, "No, you aren't getting the point. I'm asking Nadia questions."
Yeah, they're massively.
But people just get real attached. That's what I said to you. I need to get you on YouTube. People get real attached. Do you know?
I know. Yeah, YouTube's the next thing now. You see, I love doing the production videos because I love. It's like a bit like Guy Ritchie. I think I kind of want to create stuff.
You got that directory role about you.
Yeah, I like being a director. I like seeing things.
And you're great at telling people what to do. He said, "Ian, get in that fucking room.
Yeah, you
sit
get
down.
in there,
put them chairs in there, Ian. Will you? Good lad. Yeah, come on. I'm doing you a favour.
Yeah, like come on now. We'll split it here. We'll split there. We'll get the bit of this. Yeah, and like I love all that as well. Now it wouldn't be like I'd want to tell people this is my vision and I want it done that way rather than doing each bit because I don't have the patience for it. Do you know what I mean? I want. That's why it's important to have a good video guy. Very good video guy who can shoot to edit and who understands what's in your head.
Yeah, no, they put them together really well.
Stuff happen, you know.
I just fly by the seat of my pants and hope for the best.
Yeah, there's that as well, 100%. But that's what works as well because people want to see the authentic stuff and the simple stuff, and they don't want the over-produced stuff either. But I think I just have this thing where I'm like, I don't want to let that go because I feel like that's what started us, made us so different.
You're a star in your movie, like, do you know what I mean? And people, whatever anyone has to say about it, it is a movie, it is production, it is real thing. Like, it might not be backed by Hollywood, but you don't need in this day and age. You don't need that.
You don't need it. You need a bit of funding to it, obviously.
Would you go do acting, like proper acting?
I would. Yeah. I don't know how good I'd be at remembering lines because I'm not great at that. A lot of the stuff is off the cuff that we do and I do in the videos. Like I remember just even in the videos, the stuff I would have just had a quick look over that morning just to make sure I got the stats right.
But it's like
that I just waffle.
It's like the TV thing I had down on my notes there. I didn't know what way to put it, but like you know the way when you did the TV thing. Yeah. I did TV as well, but your one was a bit more about you, but did you feel like you didn't own it? Like, do you feel like, I don't know, you weren't happy with it because you were like, well, I would have made it done this way, whatever. Like, were you happy with it?
Honestly, I was so happy with it. I was really scared to see what way they would do it.
Yeah.
And as I said, like, I had to carry the scenes on my own.
Yeah.
I didn't have, the other garages had 4 or 5 people around them and they were all having the banter. I was on my own. I had to carry the scenes on my own. So I was nervous, like, what way? But no, I think they did a brilliant job. They were fair. You know, they didn't just concentrate on, like, how we market the business, but the whole business and actually how the marketing is a big part of it as well.
Oh, yeah.
And, look, the place looked great. The cars were great.
Good time of year to do it. It was lovely weather and stuff,
Lovely weather. No, I was happy with it. And I think that was the thing. I was afraid I was going to be like, no, I want it done this way, that way, the other way. But I'd no say in it. And I just
always the same. When mine came out, I was sitting at home. I was like, "Oh my god!"
I know, and you are. And like, look, of course, even there was a like.
You know yourself, especially when it's about your business. There, I was like, "This can go one way or the other."
I was like, "I don't look great in that shot," or "Oh, look, there's a little roll there. There's a little this, that." Like, you know, there was those little bits, but I can't control that because that's just me being me, like, you know. And even me when I was doing like my any guesses with my knees, because I do have dodgy knees, and like I was getting up.
Same.
Yeah. You know why do we have dodgy knees? Yeah. Who knows? But like getting up, and I was like, oh, my knee, and they put that in. Yeah. And initially I was like, oh god, I look terrible there. Like, why did they leave that in? But actually, they were showing the light. That's your real, yeah. Yeah, exactly. So look, I can't complain. And like everyone said, it was brilliant. Like,
it came off real well. Yeah.
Oh God,
The next thing, I tell you, this is what I was getting onto. Nadia's going to be over anywhere doing bits and pieces with television now, and she'll be ringing me from our movie trailer. There, she'll be saying,
in Hollywood.
Yeah, will you pick up the Lambo for me? And I'm far too busy this week.
Will you get the Lambo, put it in the back of the Scania there, will you? And drive it over.
Everyone's mad about Scanias. It drives me.
It's just the brand. I don't know anything about trucks.
What
is the Scania? It's obviously just
Scania,
the luxury end.
It's basically like it's like Range Rovers in Jeeps. It's just on its own. There's nothing near it. That is the nearest thing outside there. My value would be the closest thing to what it'd be, but it will never be it. It's like a cult. It's a cult machine. Like, it literally is. It's like John Deere tractors. There's one of a kind. Like expensive.
Yes, like really expensive.
Double the price of that.
Really?
Oh yeah, and the rest. Yeah.
And is it just why? Because the engine or
the engine's a V8. Yeah, so
it's a V8 diesel.
Diesel, 16 litre V8 diesel.
Well, what's the brake horse in that then?
You can get the one I drove, which was the biggest production truck in Europe, which is 770 horsepower, 3,500 Newton meters of torque or something mental like that. Yeah.
And obviously you have to be very safe driving the trucks because they're huge and the amount of damage they can cause.
They're all limited. Can't go more than 90 in them. Like,
okay. So and they do that on purpose. So
look, we're teaching our
I know. I'm learning.
This is another podcast.
This should have been. I know. You see, that's what I should.
But don't worry, I'll give you a crash course now. But the Scanias they're a thing on their own. Yeah. But we'll get Nadia in a Scania, lads. Relax yourselves there. I know you're all screaming.
Scania. I need to get like a Scania outfit though.
I need to get you one with a stripe pipe in it. You know what I mean? Because there'd be no use getting in a Scania. It's like getting into one of them and having no exhaust. You need that.
Yeah, you need it. I know. And what is the outfit? Like, what's a good trucker outfit?
Well, you need dealer boots on, right? Brown leather dealer boots, right? Okay. Jeans like mine here, skinny denim jeans. Check shirt.
Check shirt, I have that.
And
so a big cowboy.
Yeah, and a can of Red Bull. They love the Red Bull, these lads, right? Oh, and I'll get you a cowboy hat then as well.
Cowboy hat, perfect.
Yeah, that's it. And
so
it's called.
That's my outfit now for when we go out for this trucker run.
Yeah, it's called a Tang outfit.
Tang.
That's a Tang, yeah. It's Don't worry, we'll get you looking like a Tang. All the Tangs drive the V8s. Yeah.
Well, come here, I'm doing a calendar, right? We're actually launching it.
Not one of them calendars, a nudie calendar?
Well, not nudie, but obviously not nudie, guys, relax.
Yeah, I know.
That would be really giving
like one of them fireman outfits.
Listen, lads, I never stop the game or too quick, and that would be giving away the game way too quick. Why would I do that when I can drag this on for a few years and make great money out of it? Why would I just give up all the goods?
So before, I know there was a lot of questions. Are you going to start OnlyFans? Never.
No,
because that's not the same thing. It's not the
same thing. There is a line. There is a difference. I'm making serious money, and as I said and I actually couldn't believe it that I said it on RTE in the front of the whole of Ireland or whoever was watching it. I have boobs. That's it. It's just boobs. Get over it.
There's a massive difference to showing a bit of cleavage, or me, like likes of me take me top off, but I'm not gonna get me willy out and sat down the helicopter with it. Like, do you know what I mean? It's not the same thing. Like,
it's a totally different thing. And some people who are just a bit loopy are like, oh well, that's basically what you're doing. I'm like, oh yeah, that's basically what I'm doing.
Oh, so, all right. So the people on OnlyFans have a Dundee page full of cars as well that have, you know what I mean? A Lamborghinis that they're trying to sell.
And E39s and E60s.
Yeah, exactly.
And Christmas City business. Do you know what I mean?
And the other outdoor living business as well.
I would compare myself to, obviously not on her level, but Kim Kardashian. Yeah. I would see, like, she obviously started out her career quite negatively of why people said how she started. I'm not going to go into it.
I was planned, Nadia. You know that.
That's what they say. Oh, Chris planned it or whatever. But how do we know? But anyway, do you know what? I'm sure I'd
say she got lucky with that one, and then just the rest of it followed suit. Then do you know what I mean?
She took opportunities, came in, and then the reality thing she got, and then the social media thing, and now she's like, people would beg her to be their brand, or they would give her million, so she turned something a bit negative.
Imagine getting paid £1 million just to post a picture on Instagram.
I'd love that.
It'd be
so
that would be like
I wouldn't be here on a Sunday afternoon freezing, doing
a product. Imagine waking up and just going, I just have to post this picture here that I didn't take, that someone else just sent to me. I'm just gonna have to put it up, and look, £1 million. Fucking jeez, happy days.
I know. But do you know what? I've listened to a few of her interviews, and what's that? Is that your truck?
No.
I bet you there's probably something mad going on out there.
Oh Jesus, don't say that. That wasn't bad.
What was that? I said like a Christmas song or something.
Maybe it's the Santa truck. Could be the Santa truck.
Could be the Santa truck, is it?
But,
anyway.
Nadia, we're going to tie this up here, right?
No one's going to take that from out there, are they? Do you have the keys? I'm sure it's fine.
Oh, no, we're all good.
We have to talk about the fact we're both matching now. Come on. We never even...
That was a bit of a quinky dink. I didn't plan on doing this now.
We literally have the same...
And do you know what the gas thing? You've gold on your boots and I've yellow socks on.
Oh, my God, look at us. I know. I just thought I'd jazz it up for Christmas Day, you know, with...
I said I'm not going to come down here, you know, looking like a scruff. I have to come down here with at least...
You're very smart. The missus has you looking very well now. She wouldn't let... She's very stylish herself, so I'd say she knows that. Let you walk out now looking
She said, give us a look at you.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's more like it.
Yeah,
go on now.
Got the Alexander McQueen runners on.
These broke my ankle there a couple of years ago.
Oh, Jesus. Why you did the whole...
No, I was locked and fell down the stairs.
You deserved it then.
On a live stream on YouTube.
Oh, no. So, did that get like 100,000 views?
No, I should have monetized that way more. But anyway, Nadia, I'm going to call it to an end here because me and you could talk for hours.
That's the thing.
And we will be back again.
Another 3 months, 6 months.
When we're about millionaires in a 6 months' time, like we said we were the last time.
Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there. And thanks very much for coming down.
No, but thanks a million for coming on. Yeah,
I'm glad you were here to see the 2 new additions.
Hopefully they stick around for a little while longer.
Stick around, yeah. And like we've got a lovely 2021 M4 competition for sale. We've loads of new stock. We've got a G-Wagon, as you can see out there.
Yeah, G-Wagon with a Brabus kitted. Yeah.
Okay, with you little TikTok detectives. We all know what you guys, you love picking up on every little bit. So yeah, Brabus kit on it, love it. So we have a G-Wagon for sale. We have an M4 competition 2021. I think I have that sold actually.
Do you still have that other M4, the black one?
The black M4 we sold that day. Actually, the day you were here, we got that in. That sold there a good few weeks ago. We have the blue one, the 16 blue one.
I can't keep up with this one.
We have an S3 with the Cupra, with Bentley, with the Mustang, which in fairness, we've had that a while. Like, you know, it's hard to shift it convertible.
February we got. Valentine's Day job. That's what that'll be.
Yeah, I know. And loads of other nice dailies. We have a gorgeous 222 X5 40D. M Sport.
They are now.
Really nice.
They'll go around this time of the year, won't they? They'll be real popular this time of the year.
Yeah.
But is that any more stock there?
No, we've loads of stock, but I suppose that's kind of what I'd be calling out to say the nice stuff. We have a Discovery there, we have 2 X5s there, we have a few Defenders, and we have a lovely A6 there as well. We've loads of dailies and more specialised stuff.
If you are living under a rock and you don't know where to find Nadia, so it's at Ashford Motors on Instagram, at Nadia Official.
Yeah, actually it's changed again, right? So it was Nadia Adan Official. Then I was like, that's such a weird name to try go look for.
Yeah.
So I just changed to Nadia_Ashford because it's because obviously I'm trying to break away a little bit from Ashford and have
your own separate
brand,
thing. Yeah.
And then have Ashford. But then it's very difficult because we're both the same thing.
Yeah.
So it's hard to split it.
It was like me. I was trying to merge.
How do I split it?
I was trying to separate the podcast and the main channel, but it's impossible.
It's so hard because I am Ashford and Ashford's me. But I want Nadia Ashford, and I'm also getting a lot more females now who are loving it, which is great because at the beginning, obviously, it's more males. And, you know, I think a lot of what women do is they sit back and they watch for a while and then they decide if they like you or not. Yeah. That's what women do. So I'm getting a lot more female supporters now. So I collected 2 cars last night, and the 2 cars I collected were from 2 women. One owns her own consulting construction company, and the other lady owned her own security company. And I was like, this is brilliant because they're 2 male-dominated industries as well.
Big up the girls.
Be good to girls, go on the girls. And they said to me, we love you, fair play to you. And one of them goes to me, do you know what, Nadia? I have a rack as well, and it's great to see you out there with your rack. And I said, I know, thanks. Thanks so much. That's what she said.
Get out there with your rack.
Yeah.
Good woman yourself.
She goes, I love it. She goes, I love you are who you are. You don't apologise for it. And
why should you? Sure.
And that's it.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the beauty of the internet. You can be whoever you want. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching this. I hope you had a lovely Christmas because this is obviously going out on Christmas Day. Nadia sends your best wishes. If you want to come and get a Christmas present for your other half, Nadia's the woman to come and get it off.
Ashford Motors. Your missus will love it here. She'll be treated like a princess. She'll get a lovely car. We'll put a bow on it and everything. And enjoy the Christmas. Loads of royal family, Father Ted.
Yeah.
Feckin' roses, tins of roses. I think this year's a good Christmas.
Baileys, we got loads of Baileys.
It's first year we're out of COVID, or did I get that wrong?
No, last year
we were kind of out.
It was in and out last year,
but people couldn't be comfortable because they all thought they'd be back in it.
No, you can go visit your granny all you want this year. It's brilliant. But lads, thanks a million, Nadia. Thanks again.
Thank you.
I'll probably have Nadia back on again in a couple of months before she goes really, really big to Hollywood. You know what I mean? But,
I'll be gone. I'm gone. You won't see me. Yeah, I'll have to get a little Nadia double to be here for all
hard
the
to find
viewings.
one mega be you unless you're going to get Maya
so
Jama,
much.
you know, because
Maya
she's
Jama.
looking for work now. I'd say at this stage.
I know.
Do you know what I mean?
In fairness, I've following her for a long time, and she's lovely. She's great. Like, she's half Somalian, like, and she's stunning. And if I could be half of what she is, I'd be very happy. In fairness,
You'll be double it. Don't worry about it.
Thanks very much, Ian.
Thanks a million.
Fair play.
See you later on, guys.
Thanks. Bye.
It's so weird when you're saying goodbye.
I know. Yeah.